G'day guys, it's me, it's Graham. Here I am, the star of the show. Nice to have you here, Terry. How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing pretty well, Graham, thank you. And I'm having a really good day. Lots of good stuff going on this Wednesday, which it actually is no national day. And this week, we're not going to make it a national day, are we, Graham?
We're not, we're just sort of leaving it as just Wednesday. Let's just have Wednesday.
Yeah, just Wednesday. You don't need a national day. You don't need any national day.
Sometimes it's nice just to relax and not have one.
Or an international day. Hard to get everyone on board, though, isn't it, on anything?
That is very true, actually. There's a lot of red tape and bureaucracy that you have to get through for that. It's nice to be here, though. Great to hear that theme tune again. Sounds as fresh as ever. I don't want to blow anyone's minds, but I was singing along to myself whilst that was on. So
yeah, well, one day there'll be a Terry theme, but until then, it's just a Graham theme, isn't it?
That's very true. And as I said last week, I'll extend that olive branch out. I'm quite happy to fund your next sort of step into the recording world. So look forward to hearing what beats and rhymes you've got.
I'll believe it when I see it, Graham. But what I'd like to say today, Graham, is I'm in a game mood today. I want to play some games. I want to get some game shows, because that's what we're famous for. We're famous for game shows, but we haven't really done any for a while, have we?
I've been thinking of loads of games today. Do you want to hear one of the games that I was playing in my house today?
Go on then. Go on then. Give us it.
Brolly Bash. So what I do is I get an orange, quite a firm orange. I don't want a squashy one. Just get a brolly out and I just play a bit of Brolly Bash. That was a good game.
Yeah, that's what's entertaining, is it, these days when you're at home?
Yep. Do you want to hear another game that I played?
Not really. Go on.
Mushroom drain pipe. So, and there ain't much room for anything else. Just dropping a mushroom down a drain pipe. Can you get downstairs and catch it before you can't?
See, this is evidence that staying at home without venturing out into the world and meeting people and talking really dries up your creativity, and this is evidence right here with Graham's games. So what I'm thinking, Graham, is that we should go over to our callers.
Pepper hands, pepper hands, red pepper hands. Just when you're cooking, when you're coring the pepper, just take that out and put your hand in it. Pepper hand.
Pepper hand. Well, I mean, I don't mind it. I quite like that, actually. We'll have a quick game of pepper hand, shall we? Have you got a pepper in front of you?
I've got a pepper in front of me, pre-prepared. I knew you'd want to play, so got it ready. Have you got a pepper?
No, but I can improvise, Graham. I've got loads of it. I've got a bottle top.
All right, I've got a pepper on. I've got a pepper on my hand.
Yeah.
Give her the wave. Woo!
I waved with the other hand.
Well, I mean, that doesn't surprise me for a start, but a great game of pepper hand, so well done. If you ever want a game of Brolly Bash, though, give me a shout.
Well, maybe I do, actually. Maybe I do.
Yep. Steamball Charlie. You played Steamball Charlie?
It sounds like it's going to end in tears, that one.
Yeah, it does a bit. If you've got to boil the kettle and have it on a rolling boil, and then you're trying to suck all the steam out into your mouth, and then you're going boop boop.
That's quite good, actually. Yeah, it's sort of.
It's pretty good, actually. If you get that right, it's quite impressive. That with the pepper hand, and if you answer the door, the postman doesn't know what's going on.
I've got one for you, Graham.
Go on.
Clap lips.
All right, I'm interested.
Have you ever played clap lips before? It's right. Yeah. You got to basically that's it. You've got to clap with your lips. Round of applause for Graham. And see who can do the loudest.
That's a good game, actually. That's pretty good.
It's really good.
Nice.
I mean,
and the way I like to think about a clap is if you imagine an auditorium full of people. If they were all doing that, that'd sound brilliant, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Yep. One day I want to get an auditorium full of people just for that very purpose.
Just for a clap lip.
Yeah.
All right, guys, it's now time for a bit of clap lip.
Well, I think what we'll do is we'll go over to a quick caller, see if anyone's got any interesting games, because obviously we've just come up with these on the spot. We haven't really been thinking about these, but the callers, they've had plenty of time to think about games. Give us a game. What should we play?
What should we play? Give us a game. That's a great idea.
Give us a game. That's a feature in itself. Give us a game. What should we play? We've got a caller on the line. Hello, who's there?
Hello. It's just me. It's just me.
It's Malcolm. What?
Huh?
Malcolm. It's Malcolm.
It's not Malcolm. It's far from Malcolm.
I think honestly, Malcolm. What are you ringing up for? Shouldn't you be getting ready for your show?
No.
Okay, let's pretend it's not Malcolm. Right. Okay. What's your game?
I've got a game. I've got a game for you, Terry. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
You got pigs behind your ears.
Okay, Graham. Usually Malcolm would be working for us, manning the phones, but it sounds like today he's doing.
Dropped the ball there, hasn't he?
Practical jokes. Okay. Well.
Did you check behind your ear? Have you got pigs behind your ears, or was it just
I do actually have pigs behind my ears, Graham, and it's been bothering me for a while now. That's why I'm deflecting. You know, what I do is I try and sort of like, just sort of push that on someone else, and that's what I've been doing to Malcolm. That's why I started that whole thing. Well,
I mean, yeah. What do you do? How'd you get rid of pigs behind your ears? Just bloody wash them, you mucky pup.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, let's take another caller. Hello, welcome to hello there. It's Graham and Terry's Hot Porridge. It's not.
Hello
the lunch
there.
bunch.
How are you doing, Graham?
I'm all right, thanks. How are you, pal?
I'm pretty good, thank you. I've got loads of games.
Go on, let's have a game.
Right,
We're ready.
Okay, Pepper Hands, right? I've got this game called Pepper
I'm
Hands.
interested.
Yeah, right. Put a pepper on your hand, right? Okay then.
Yeah, I've got one ready.
Have you got
Fine,
a pepper in
it's
front
on.
of you? Yeah.
Love it. Yep.
Okay, put a pepper on your hands.
Yep.
Okay, then you got pepper on your hands, haven't you? Hey?
Yeah, that's pretty good, actually. Give us a wave.
Yeah. I'm joking, really. I was joking. Honestly, the real game I was going to come up with is it's called Clap Lips. Now, let me just sort of try and explain this one to you. Right.
I'm interested.
It really does help if you've got an auditorium, though. Do you have an auditorium in front of you?
I haven't. I can put my hands around my mouth though, if the sound sort of echoes back.
Okay. Actually, you're pretty good at this. I don't know if I can compete. Trust the first person I've ever told about this game to be better than me at it. I thought I was going to be the Pele of Clap Lips.
Let's have a little listen to your go.
Just can't. Honestly, hearing yours, Graham, has really upset me because I thought I was the best in the world at that. I mean, I've got kids coming round later to. Do
you want to? It's all right. Send them round my way if you want.
Hey, a few pints of it. I'm talking about the brewery, Graham.
That's good, actually. That's really good. Well done. That's a good game. 10 stars.
Thanks for that. That was a brilliant game there. Clap Lips. So obviously, Graham, the callers are as useless as we are at coming up with games, and that's why.
Right. That was a good game. I don't know what's wrong with you.
Well, I mean, Clap Lips was mine. He's copied mine, hasn't he? He's prank callers, but Clap Lips is my game, and it's not that good.
That's a pretty good game. In an auditorium, that'd take off, wouldn't it?
Come on, Graham. You're the ideas man. Give us an idea. Let's get some games coming.
What about a game of wet feed, dry feed?
That sounds a bit. Is that?
Yeah, no, you'd be right
related?
to think.
Yes, it's tissue related.
No, you'd be right to think that. No, it's not. What you've got is two bags of feed. One's wet feed, one's dry feed. And I'm talking feed from the farm. I get your minds out the gutter, right? And you put your hand in. You have to go wet feed, dry feed. And somebody goes wet feed. And if you say wet feed, you've got to plant it real quick. And if you say dry feed, you got to sort of throw it, like scatter it. And it's who can wet feed, dry feed. The marked out area correctly to the judge's eye in the quickest time.
Honestly, Graham, it's not happening. Come on, Graham. We've got games here. We've got games.
Plug socket blues. Right, you're an electrician. Imagine the scene. You're an electrician.
Yeah.
You've got a load of plug sockets to wire in, fit in. The back plates are already on, but it's quite tricky sometimes getting the screws to line up. And sometimes when you do it, the wires into the actual plug come out, and it's bloody hell. Plug socket blues.
You know what? The best games, Graham, I found were always the ones that were slightly edgy, slightly controversial. You want
one of the controversial ones, do you?
Yeah, dip into the controversial bag. Let's have a controversial game.
Let me thumb through the old book of controversial games. Let me see what we've got. First one that springs to mind, one that I've not played for a few years. How many fatty bums can you slap?
Fatty bums?
Big fatty bams, big fatty bams. Brrr. How many fatty bams can you slap? Get them all lined up. Patoinka, patoinka, patoinka. How many fatty bams can you slap?
Do you have to play this in a sort of park or something?
Wherever you like, I suppose it's up to the person to, you line up what you've got, you line up your wares. How many fatty bams can you slap?
So we're going out into the street, or we're asking our game player to a participant to go out into the street and search for some fat people and slap them.
Definitely overweight. You want some big wobbly fatty bums. You know the ones that.
Well, yeah,
this
one might ruffle a few feathers, Graham. Honestly, I'm willing to try it though.
Or it'll wobble a few jellies.
Absolutely, yeah. See if we can get some of that blubber flowing.
I mean, it's not very often that you're up for a game because you're only quite, disparaging about my ideas. So can we just go with it? Can we get a caller on the line? Is that possible? Can we get somebody patched in right now?
I'll do it, Graham. I'm going to put someone through right now. Hold your horses, Graham. Sorry, the phones have just been... They've been messing up a bit recently.
It's this station, isn't it? It's an absolute mockery sometimes. Hello?
Hello?
Oh, it did answer. Hello? Sorry, I thought it was going to do another ring, this shoddy station. Go on.
Sorry. No, it's not alright. How's it going, Graham?
Yeah, it's alright actually. It's alright, we're having a good day today. We've got some hot new games.
I'm so excited for this, right? I love a game of fatty bums. Oh my god, I'm so excited for this. Like, literally, you're a legend, Graham, for thinking of this.
Hey, it's alright, it's not a problem. I like to get the content out to the masses. So,
oh my god, like, I live right near a pie shop, right? And there's people queuing up outside out of the pie shop. Oh, this is going to be wicked, Graham. I'm well up for this.
All right, so this, and I'm gonna. What I'll do in a moment, I'll just explain it to you, and I'll give you, because this is part of the game. I'm gonna give you a minute to get your chessboard sorted. I'll pop back over to Terry, and then we'll come back to you after a minute just to make sure that you're all set up. So within this next minute, when I say go, I want you to get out there. I want you to establish the fatty bums that you've got, and it's how many fatty bums can you get lined up, whatever order you like. You can be in a circle formation, pentagon.
How much time do I have to slap these fatty bums?
So this is also part of it, and it's one slap, and then you've got to move straight onto the next one, and in order for it to count, the first one's still got to be just on the turn when you hit the next one. So if it's a stop dead, it's game over, right?
Okay.
And what you've got is you've got a minute and a half, all right? So
okay. I think, right, looking outside, I reckon I could do it all in about 30 seconds, if I'm honest. But then again,
go on.
We've got a sort of a count, haven't we, for
wind speed, sure.
Yeah, that sort of thing. So...
Well, I mean, also let's remember that this is the first time we've done this, so you're really setting the bar. So it's up to you. If you can do it in 30 seconds, that's fine. And obviously, we'll just know that next time we play, if somebody else comes in with a bigger set of fatty bams, you might lose.
They're all leaving. There's
quick,
only one
right?
fatty bum left. Right, I'm going.
You get on it. We'll be back at you in 30 seconds. Terry. You're doing it already. Keep going. I didn't catch your name.
I got it.
Keep going. Keep going.
Okay, I'm going to run back in. What are you doing? Graham. All right, I think.
Keep going.
I've got to go. It's chasing me. I'm sorry. I've got to go.
It's like the 90s all over again. This was wonderful. Honestly, I couldn't contain my laughter there. Sorry, guys, on the airwaves.
Have we lost him?
Terry, what did you think about that? I think we have lost him. Didn't we catch his name?
Yeah, that was exhilarating. I think we might have lost him there. If you're on the line, he might have had to go and he said there was some security guards or something. He might have had to run away.
Wow. That was... Wow, I feel alive, Terry. For the first time, I feel alive. What a game. Fatty bums.
What a game. Brilliant game there. The phone lines are honestly lighting up as well. Perhaps more people... I wanted to play this, so Well, should we
patch someone over? Have a word with him, Tether.
Hello, who's there on the line? Are you ready to play Fatty Bums?
I am not ready to play Fatty Bums. Actually, I'm disgusted about what I've just heard. Absolutely disgusted. Are you still there?
I'm absolutely still here. Just
absolutely disgusted. Honestly, I don't listen to your radio, so I can hear such awful drivel as that. But I myself will call myself food challenged, and what that has done to my self-esteem, food challenge. And what I say that's done for my self-esteem has set me back at least 5 years. You'll be hearing from my solicitors.
But does that mean you'll live to 5 years longer? Maybe you'll.
I don't know, Terry, because I don't want to get into the intricacies of my mortality rate with you. All you need to know is I'm absolutely disgusted. Thank you, and I'm going to give up my time for somebody else. Good day to you, sir.
Oh, good day to you as well. Thanks for the call. Graham, bit of feedback there. I'm not sure that sounded entirely positive.
Right, I mean, it's not what I expected, but it's a one-off, isn't it? Not everyone's gonna. I imagine there's a bit more adulation we can take from these guys.
Great, you're always going to get
someone through.
You're always going to get one or two people who are pissed off by it. But what I think, Graham, is there's so many people on the line. Everyone's going to want to play this game, and that's what happens, isn't it? When something gets popular, there's always going to be some haters.
That's it, and any press is good press, isn't it? So we'll take another caller. Let's get somebody lined up. We don't want to waste. We don't want to lose the momentum of this.
Okay, let's play Fatty Bums.
Hello. You're welcome through to Graham and Terry. My name's Graham, and welcome to a historic moment. How many fatty bums you got lined up? That's Graham. Yeah. So how many fatty bums you got lined up ready then?
I'm absolutely outraged at what you've done here, Graham. This is an absolute outrage. Being a positive-sized person of myself, I am on the
positive-sized.
Positive size. I am absolutely outraged. I've been trying to spread the message that all body sizes are equal, and what you've done is you've set us back 50 years here. This is a horrible. This is an absolute outrage.
Absolutely. I've heard positive size and I've heard spreading.
So I listen to all the radio stations. I'm bedridden,
of course.
And the WallerFM used to be my favourite, which I tell you what, I won't not be listening to WallerFM anymore.
Right. I didn't catch most of that, but still imagine you spreading stuff. You're spreading. Yeah, you're eating. There you go. Brilliant. Right.
I am not eating. I was taking my medicine for my.
What's your medicine? for rice cake smothered in peanut butter. There's more peanut butter than rice cake. You've put a banana on there and you've covered it in honey.
That sounds quite nice. Sounds quite healthy.
It does sound quite nice, actually. You're probably just munching your way through a Viennetta, or whatever they're called. I don't know. Not fat like you.
Dare you, Graham?
Oh, cut him off. Crikey. Honestly, you try and bring some good to the community.
I know. He's gone. Oh God, Graham!
Couple of bad apples. Couple of bad apples don't spoil the apple cart, do they?
There's 27 callers on the line, Graham. We've never really had that many for a game before, even our most popular game. So I'm reluctant to answer them.
I'm not worried, Tether. Can we put another one through? I'm ready. I don't want to lose the momentum. One more.
Tell you what, give him a prize. We'll give him a prize.
Give him a prize.
Free cheesecake.
Free cheesecake, free strawberry cheesecake. But the thing is, if you're going out there to get some, work done, and you're on your own, you get free quotes in, don't you? So let's take 3 bits of feedback. Let's get the next one in. Free cheesecake for the next caller.
Free cheesecake for the next caller. Hello, you're on WallerFM. Are you ready to play Fatty Bum Bum?
I don't think I actually am, to be fair, because I've been listening to this, and honestly, I'm absolutely flabbergasted by what you was lot saying. It's awful. How can you say that about people? I think that I'm of a size that you might suggest as being more on the size that you wouldn't want to be, but I'm all right with that, and this is fucking disgraceful. Sorry for my language. I don't mean to be trite on radio. I'm not happy, Terry.
It's understandable. I hope you know you're directing this at Graham, because if you will know that my suggestion of a game was was a lot more. It was mouth clapping. But
what's fat content on that cheesecake like?
Oh yeah, you've got the cheesecake. Did you want the cheesecake?
Yeah, what's fat percentage on it? Is it in red?
I got it from a takeaway, so it doesn't tell you. There's no nutritional information on it. It's
I love it, Tezza, but I'm disgusted. I'm not, and I'm a long time caller, first time listener. I won't be calling back.
So you've called loads of times, but you never really listened before. I see.
Never listened before ever, but I just love to call in.
Right. Okay. Okay. So we'll get that cheesecake out to you. Do you think you can make it down to the studio? If you're,
I don't know. I've got my mobility scooter. Because I struggle with stairs and distance.
We'll send it over by Deliveroo, okay? You've won that without even playing the game, so that's pretty good, isn't it? You know, bit of a leg up there, eh? Won a cheesecake without even playing a game. We'll throw in some chicken wings as well. We'll get Wally to send them out with his next Deliveroo order.
That'd be really nice actually, because I've got a really sweaty neck at the minute. So that'd just be nice. Some chicken wings as a settle off evening then, yeah. Cheers, lads.
Okay, yeah. Cheers. Thanks a lot. See you later.
Yeah, it's all right. That was all right, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was all right. We're all happy here, and no one's really that offended at Graham. Well, here's the thing, right? I mean, we've covered this before. Graham, he's been at home a long time. He's not really been out into the work. It has been a while. You've not been into the sort of public. You've not been in public. You've not been to the supermarket. You've not been anywhere. And you sort of forget, don't you? You know, what's acceptable to say and what isn't acceptable to say. It happened the other week with the lesbian comment. I think we'll just lay off Graham. Lay off Graham. I think.
I don't want to. I'm a bit concerned, Tether, because we're having a few emails through as well, and we've had a few things on the text. I don't know if anything's trending worldwide. And I'm scared to look.
Well, let's not look at the Twitter. Oh God, there is. I just opened Twitter.
Well, what's it saying? What's it saying? Don't laugh about it. What's it saying?
There's a hashtag trending. It's cancel Graham. It's not percentage sign cancel Graham or hash. It's actually open bracket ampersand closed bracket cancel Graham, and then there's another closed bracket, another ampersand, and another closed bracket. So it's. Obviously, they've picked a very snappy title.
Well, that's going to catch on, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm stuffed.
Just if you're in the chat there, and you could probably repeat open bracket ampersand closed bracket cancel Graham all one word, and then a closed bracket ampersand and another closed bracket.
Oh God!
If that can get trending, I mean it's very snappy.
Why are you making it trend? I had a book deal. I don't think that's going to be happening now, is it?
A cookery book, is it?
Yeah, it was actually. It was Graham's classic Italian meals with me, Graham.
Okay, well maybe you could. It'll blow over, Graham. It'll blow over. Don't worry about it.
Well, it doesn't look like it. Matty Perry's already on it. Although he spelt Graham wrong, he's put Graham. It's actually an M for mother or Matt.
Perhaps that
Matty Perry.
One of the details of the hashtag.
3 of them, 4 of them are in there.
Some of them have got it right.
Cheers, Gungalunga. He's pre-ordered it, so it's some absolute banger meals in there, honestly. 20-minute pasta, you know. Faster pasta.
It's quite a while, actually, that, isn't it? 20 minutes.
Yeah, I like to cook it until it's literally falling apart.
Right, okay.
God,
so...
taking off.
Graham's just going to...
I might go and have a bit of a thick, if that's all right, Terry. Would you mind?
If by that you mean you're going to go to your hot porridge, I was expecting it, Graham. Don't worry about it. Get yourself off. Hot porridge it up, and.
I mean, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm not going to fib about this one. I'll need to take a temperature check over there as well. I might do a little bit of a survey, a bit of a poll, just see.
Right. Okay. Well, I'll continue things over here. That was Graham, ladies and gentlemen. See if we can get that hashtag going, because it's really good to have a bit of any publicity is good publicity here on WallerFM. We get a trending hashtag, more people are going to tune in. It's going to be good for everyone. So let's get that going. And I think what we're going to do is we're just going to follow Graham over to the hot porridge right now. There's no need to take any calls. I can see there's a lot coming through, but I think we're just going to follow Graham over to the hot porridge, and I hope you enjoyed that section.
WallerFM. You can see the spinning wheel, you can see my dollars. Vegas stakes, please. And I want to do an adventure. I feel it's going to bring a little bit more depth to this. Gagging for the porridge. Cheers, lupus disaster. Here we go. Cheers, Crunch Big Ale for the sub. You get the vroom vroom of my engine. When we're going to get there? Quit complaining, we'll be there soon enough. Yes, baby, we'll be there soon enough. Oh, hot mama. We got a couple of Vegas ladies in the car. I'm not complaining, I just want to get there. Oh, sorry, come on, flightless bird boy. Better watch what I'm saying. I should apologise, you're right, and I have already. I'm not a fat shamer. Robert Sandals, Blackjack, which game we're playing first. Cheers, Quest Balls, for the sub. You get a pink pink. That's just a little squeeze of my nips there. Enjoy that. Hope I don't lose. Who's this guy? Lose my shirt like I did last time. Keep your shirt on, it's me and my hot babes. You know, I'm taking all sizes. Fat ones, thin ones, short ones, tall ones, thick ones, sad ones, you know. Don't listen to them, grey bones. Cheers, Caroline M. It's nice to know I've got the hot pother gang behind me as you join me at Golden Paradise Hotel and Casino. It's often where I holiday. Holiday there in 1987, holiday there in 1992. It came back up by £40 each time. Grandig Louver, thanked for the sub. You get a sound of a sad cat or a scary door. Welcome to the Paradise Hotel. I think you need to get your hair cut, young man. It's the 1990s. Okay, I'm going to sign in, Mr. G. Probably going to go for I'm not going to use my real surname. I'm going to go for something ballsy. Here we go, Mr. G-Man. Here we go. Will I be gambling real cash? A not really cryptic Furby. It is just a game. Tammy Slamdance, got a feeling this is a fake stream. Why does it look so fake to me? It's not fake. Cheers, Julius Swinwood, for the sub. Get yourself a paper bag. 4 breaths in and out for you. Who's coming to the casino? Don't ring Cliff, he's a knob. Maria, Isabel, Richard. I'm going to go Maria. Yeah, she's got legs up to her armpits and an attitude to die for. It's ringing. Let's see if she's coming down to roll the stakes with me. Let's have a look. Jeff Puss, what are you saying? Amiga 1200 port, the game's better, more fluid, higher refresh rate. Well, it's my Raging bonus time, and I'm not going to use it on Maria in the way that you're lot are thinking. I'm going to use it to actually harness some casino chips. Although if Maria played the cards right, she could be in a hot porridge with me later. Right, let's have a game of blackjack. Can I get my willy wet tonight? Come on, guys. It's, you know, gambling is sexy, sure, but, you know, it's also let's bet responsibly at all times. Let's get some chips down here. So, how much do I want to bet? We'll just start conservatively. $50, I think, would be a good idea. Cheers, cancel G-Man, fat shaming, come for the sub. Come on, mate. I mean, I'm pleased that you're subbing, but 14, hit me. Yeah, 90, stand, keep it there. Not going to go any further than that. Why would I? What? I'm sure I picked stand and not. I got 20, I suppose, didn't they? Let's see what happened there. Don't do any math shooting the way out there, G. I'll try not to. Bet another 50. Hit me. 15. Ugh. Stand. Oh, I've gone hit. Now I'm going to stand. Cheers, Reggie Blinker, for the sub. Back of the onion bag for you. It's nice to know that the 90s footballers are still there for me. I've lost on that one. I've lost another 50. It's all right. We're going to have to bet big now. We've lost 100, so we're going to have to bet 100, I reckon. No, keep going 50s. Fair enough. Let's have a look. Pump up the G's. Yeah, cheers. Gambling like Madonna. No. Maybe? Don't know. Yeah, all right. Want some insurance. 15 hit. Let's go for it. I'm a roller. 21, keep it there. Keep it there. Keep me there. We're going to go bust here. We've got it. We've got it. Yes! $25, we're coming back. Still 75 down. Maybe I could teach you how to play this. Come on, Flegger. I don't like that. Once I'm not allowed to play cards because I might get paper cards. That's true, actually. I don't know. 17. I only got 4. Yeah, that was a stupid move. 19. We would have got out anyway, so it's fine. Camp Beagle hit me. Yeah, with the Graham's hot mess. Oh, this is where I start to feel a bit thick and I do something stupid. I am a hot mess. Here we go. Hit me. I'm feeling stupid. I've got a hot mess. I'm not. Yeah, stand at 19. I'm not. I really am. It's only 19. They win. Do they win? Even. Get our money back. That's all right. Mark Gatz, I don't get this. What's the joke? He's playing this shit game. What's the joke? I don't get it. This sucks. It's not a joke. We're live at the casino. You're watching a man win large. So, keep it going. 20 and 20. We've got even again. What they say about the casino is that you'll never see, a poor casino. So, who's winning? BJ? I am. Yes, friend. 75. $50 down though, so Maria, you want to help out here? Increase that bet? No, keep it the same. How can I help? Yeah, quit this game, Maria. Maybe you could find a drain and just put your money down, it might be quicker. I mean, you're right, Gareth, but it's a bit of fun, isn't it? A bit of fun. When you're in Vegas, as long as you're thinking about your money and you're not getting silly. I'm a 50s man, I'm not messing around with $1. Save that for the strip club. Right, the old fruit machine. Never really got them. I had a few friends that got addicted to them. Cheers, Cricket Bitch, for the sub. That's me hitting a 6 for you. So, laminate that one. There we go. Don't you worry about getting addicted to gambling. Cheers, Matt Perry. You're always the voice of reason, and I support you and salute you for that. I do. That's why I do it virtually here. I did used to have the Paddy Power app, like a Saturday accumulator, but it's time for a sticky bonus. So that slot there, I could really use with filling that with a sticky bonus, couldn't I? You just see that on the screen. Let's see what we can get. Everyone's a winner. How did that... Why does that win? Fruit and a 7 and a bar. Or was it the bottom line? 2 oranges? I don't get it. I lost, yeah. I tend to lose on the slots. 200 down. Let's have a look. Let's see if we can choose something else. You certainly know how to fill the right slots, don't you, mine? Here's dripping, just waiting for your big silver coin. Cheers, Julia Gulia. Caroline, leave the casino and go to bed. Are you coming with me? Come on now, that's not what hot porridge is about. We're part of the Me Too generation, and I am not that type of man. Only consensual, and if anything, I wait to be asked rather than pushing an agenda. I am smoking a big cigar, Zavodsk. I am, and it's a Cuban, so... Here we go. Roulette. I'm going to go... Excuse me. That's that cigar. It gets to your back of your throat sometimes. Fishfucker 67. Cheers for the sub. Hang on. That was me throwing out my rod into an awaiting lake, hoping to have a nibble. And that was just for you. This is not the way to pay off your tax debts, Graham. That's true. Such a waste of money. Could you have helped the needy? But it's obvious you... Come on, guys. I'm trying really hard here. Thanks very much for the subs. Great time.
WallerFM. And now on WallerFM, it is Simply Sandy.
Oh, hello. Hello, everybody. Hello, love. How are you? Nice to see you. Thank you for coming back again. Oh, stop it. Come on now. Honestly. Guys, I love it. Thank you very much. You lot. I love you. I love you. I love you. And I especially love you. Okay. Another round of applause. Honestly, it's great to be here, guys. And thank you. You joined me for the very second. Simply Sandy. It's great to be here. How are you all feeling tonight? Are you okay? I'll take that as a yes. Here we go. That's the mark of a great crowd. And crowd, let me tell you, we are going to have a show this evening. We really are. I enjoyed what we did last week, and I feel that we can build on it together this week. Okay, I've got a few things that I want to share with you. A few of the things and topics we'll be looking at tonight are babies having too many babies. Okay, it's one of our hot things that we want to talk about. We know the issues. Some babies are literally having babies as soon as they're born. Is the school day too short? It could be longer, couldn't it, ladies and gentlemen? Round of applause if I'm right. Excellent. And we're going to get into that later with Helen Gherkentrump, and she's from the local authority board, so we'll be speaking to her as well. Do mums get the recognition they deserve? Often we're scrubbing, we're cleaning, we're ironing, we're wiping, we're moshing, we're doing this, we're doing that, we're doing the other. I said moshing, I didn't say noshing. Am I right, mums? Thank you very much. And leading on from that as well, we're going to be looking at, are teens too grown up? Some of our teens are too grown up. How grown up are you? You're too grown up. Sit down, take the makeup off, take that off. You're not going out of the house dressed like that. Go and get your Tamagotchi. And one of the things that we want to really touch on tonight, something that's an issue that's close to my own heart, you can be fat and sexy. Okay, think about that. You can be fat and sexy. Yes, I'm talking to you. Yes, I'm talking to you. I'm not actually talking to... Yes, I'm talking to you. And I'm talking to that one as well. Okay, it's a ram-packed show, I know. And with me tonight, just making sure we keep on track, twiddling the buttons. You can twiddle my buttons anytime. We've got the young Terence here. Terry, are you here with us?
Sandy, I'm right here, ready to go.
That's great. And I know you've been compiling some of the feedback from last week's show. Have we got any standout feedback?
Yeah, there was a really big feedback loop, actually. It really hurt my ears.
Oh, Terence, hey you. And that's why I've got you here doing the audio, because I know you'll keep on top of it. But actually what I meant was...
There won't be any feedback in this show. Your mic will be... the levels will be great.
But no, Terry, I know on a serious note you were just cracking a joke, but did we have any really good feedback?
Is that for me? Is that for me?
It's for you.
Is that for me?
It's for you, my love. But no, I do. In all seriousness, was there anything that came back? You know, feedback. I like to take a temperature check of the room afterwards. So did we have any of that, or did you capture anything that was more specific?
I think all people wanted was more Sandy. They said even the bits where you sort of paused to say something else, they really wanted those to be filled with Sandy, and some of them were quite sad. They were filled with just pauses.
That's nice. Can I have a round of applause for that, ladies and gentlemen?
I think the crowd's left. I'm only joking. There they are.
They're not left. They're all right.
Hey, not bad.
Okay, thank you, Terry. And it's great to know that you're here. So if you could just shut your mic off now, and I'll get back to doing what I'm doing. I'll
keep it on, but I'll keep my mouth shut.
Either way, Terence, love. Either way, don't pipe up unless I ask you to. That's just kind of how our relationship needs to be. It's a hierarchical thing. It's a little bit to do with pay grades. It's a little bit to do... You're doing a clapathon, a clapping lips. What did you call it? Lippy clap?
Lip
what
clapper.
Was it?
Lip clapper. Goes back
to clapper.
Something from my youth. It's just something from my youth. We all used to do it down the park. We didn't have a lot to do.
I mean...
then.
If we didn't have an audience that loved clapping so much, this would be the great auditorium for a little bit of a clap lipping. But I'm not going to get them do it because, you know, I don't think it's the time. Okay?
It's not a real crowd.
Come on now.
Let me give me a round of applause if I'm joking. There really is a crowd there.
Absolutely brilliant. And it really is, as I said to you, it's lovely to have you all here tonight. Great to have you here on a Wednesday. Lovely that we're building something here. This is our church, ladies and gentlefolk, okay? You bring the bricks, I'll bring the mortar. Together we'll build this church. We are the roof that holds together the hearts of the carpets inside, okay? And one of the main things, really, that I do want us to focus on tonight, it's my first special guest that I've got in this evening, okay? I want you to think about this one for a moment or two. So tonight, I know I'll be having garlic bread and pasta for my evening meal. Garlic bread and pasta for tea. However, my next guest has been dining out on a different kind of pasta. You join me as we talk to Candis Sweatshirt, and she'll be answering tonight's hot question: how many bishops have you noshed off? Round of applause for Candis, please.
Yeah, hi guys. Alright, Sandy, big fan.
Hiya, Candis, love. It's really great to have you here this evening, dining out on a different kind of pasta. I think that was a nice touch, don't you think?
Oh, I liked it. It was really clever. I didn't get it at first, but I get it now.
No, that really is great. Okay, but it is a key question that the local area does want to know, Candis. How many bishops have you noshed off?
That'd be telling, Sandy, but let me just tell you this: I couldn't count them on your fingers.
Well, I know I wouldn't let you get that close, love. But how many would you say? Would you say it's 10, 15, 20? Is it a bishop? Is it the vicar? Is it a priest?
Oh, well, that'll be telling, Sandy, wouldn't it? I've had them all. I've had a bishop, I've had a priest, I've had a pastor. Oh, I've had more pastor than you've had pastor, I bet, eh? Oh, I just love a clergyman. I love to suck off a clergyman. Oh, it's naughty and that's what gets me off.
Okay, thank you very much, love. Can we have a round of applause for Candy's sweatshirt, please?
I like to fuck religious men.
Okay, Candice, thank you very much, love. Okay, that was brilliant. Really great to have Candice here tonight. Thank you. No, Candice, it's time for you to leave the show now. Thank you very much. we're just we're doing a bit for the local area, and ladies like Candice. Okay, although it does sound like something that you'd think, actually, is that something that I want happening in my local area? Do I really want to know that the bishop is getting noshed off by Candice? Isn't it better that we do know? Isn't it better that it's somebody like Candice as opposed to, who knows what kind of animal, these clergymen are into these days? I don't want to talk ill of the cloth. Sometimes the touching cloth and it's not theirs. Okay?
Like Mike Tyson. You wouldn't want that, would you? Or sort of Arnold Schwarzenegger.
No, you wouldn't. And somebody like Candice, and that's the thing. It gets her out.
I've got a better one. Jimmy Savile. You wouldn't want it to be him, would you?
No, I suppose you wouldn't. Terry, love, but I don't know why.
Round of applause for Terry.
Simply Sandy. Let's bring it back. Simply Sandy. It's all about me, guys. Candy's sweatshirt, very good. Okay, and as we move through the show, we're going to make sure that we're really hitting those hard topics that the local area wants to know about. I know for a fact in my local area, one of the main things that people are worried about is one of the local news agents. They're just a little bit worried about it. So I want to hear the facts and figures about what they're worried about and why, and we'll zoom into that later. Okay. Somebody did say, and I don't want to point any fingers, they're selling multi-pack cans singularly, but we'll dig into that later. Really, my next point that I want to move on to is how much dog poo is too much dog poo. So you join us, and you certainly join me, and you'll certainly be joining him, as we talk to poocologist Ian Welkins, okay? He's very much an expert, thank you. He walks out and they'll give him an applause because you're that type of crowd. He's very much an expert in poo. He's poocologist Ian Welkins. Hiya, Ian, love. I know you're very well qualified in this.
I like this, Andy. It's me, it's Welkins. Welkins.
Sorry, did I say it wrong, love?
It's Welkins.
And it's welcome to you too, Ian, love. Is it Ian or do I call you Welkins?
Welkins. It's Welkins.
Okay, love. No, that's fine. Right. So I want to kick off the interview, Ian, love. Welkins, love. Just wanting
Welkins.
to, yeah. No, and I just want to I want from the top, I want you to ask that question. How much dog poo is too much dog poo? Because we've seen a lot of it around. Let me tell you, I stood in some the other day and it's squashed into a pair of trainers. Don't know how to get it out.
I've seen a lot of it myself as well. Because I'm an expert in it. Because I've seen a lot of it myself, don't I? Because I do walk around the street a lot. And sometimes I walk really far. One time I walked to Venezuela because my dad lives there. Because he used to be in the army in Venezuela. He had a big plane, he would pilot in a big plane. Sometimes he'd let me stand on the wing while he was doing his army moves. And he did this big one over this island. I can't remember what island it was, but I had a lot of poo on it. So I landed on the island and I started taking the samples. And then the science museums in the UK said, "Oh, could you bring some back for us? Because we didn't know there were any there." So they brought them all back, and they gave me £1 million for each gram that I brought back. And I spent it all on a big mansion, and I built a football stadium in the back garden. And my dad came over, and he's better than Alan Shearer at football, so he scored most of the hat-tricks. But I couldn't score an hat-trick because my dad's better than Alan Shearer.
Okay, I mean that was interesting to listen to, love. It really was.
I'm an expert, you see.
No, I can tell. You've lived a life. You've lived a life. Now, one of the things I wanted to ask you about, Ian Welkins, love, is that I know that you have actually got an autobiography coming out soon, actually called that very same title, How Much Dog Poo is Too Much Dog Poo. And I know it's a follow-up to Little Turds, which was just a book about your younger years.
That was an audio book only, that one. It was an audio book only, because they said that you'll get more money if I just talk about the book rather than write it. So it was audio.
Absolutely. And it really, and you know, I did listen to a little bit of it, albeit I didn't listen to it all, but you know, I listened to some. And I just wanted to ask, are you still doing the live shows, Ian Love?
I could paraphrase a paragraph or two from a book if you really wanted to.
I mean, do you know what? Before we move on, it would just be nice if we could just catch maybe just a little bit from the new book, if that's all right. Because you know, because a lot of the people here, Ian, you know, are very big fans, and I know that lady over there, she's been waiting for an autograph. She was queuing up. Christ, before I turned up this morning. So yeah, just a little bit, Ian, love. That'd be quite nice to hear, wouldn't it?
Okay. It's Tuesday, the 19th of January, 2019, and I gotta go to that headquarters of Apple because they make a new iPod. They said that old one was crap. They got a new one coming out, and they wanted me to sort of like give it a theme. So I went down there, but I went on my surfboard because they'd flooded a little bit, and you could get there by surfboard. But the thing is, right, someone had put loads of pool into to stop the flood, like a big barricade of pool. So what I did is I got off the surfboard and I forgot about the Apple because I gave them a ring. I said I can't make it in today. I've hurt my leg. And what I did, I just sat in the pool and I smeared it all over my face. And then I went home and I just stared at a photograph of my mum for a few hours. It was a really good day, that. That was just a paragraph from the book. It's all of a similar nature, ups and downs, and you know there's some sad bits in it as well. But there's bits that'll make you cry, and there's also bits that'll make you happy, and maybe bits that'll make you feel a bit sexy. But I'll give you a free copy, and I signed it myself. But I didn't have a pen, so I used some pool. I got it here for you, Sandy.
Oh, that's brilliant, Ian Love. Honestly, I'm very excited to have that copy, and I've almost got tears streaming down my face because I was just so emotionally pulled by that. I don't know if you can hear, but I've got a bit of a snotty nose as well, just based off that. Just because when you're crying with so many tears, Ian, you've lived a life, and it's been wonderful to have you here with us today.
I'm still living it now. I'm not dead yet.
You're still living that life. And,
I might be dead too.
Quite rightly. With the amount of poo that you ingest, I would have thought so. So, ladies and gentlemen, could we have a round of applause for Ian, please?
Thank you, everyone. Thank you. That means a lot, that much.
Okay, no, it's been great to have you here, Ian. I think we've learnt a lot from you this evening. So, is it possible that perhaps we can have you back on at a different time?
No,
you know,
never. No, I'm not. That's all the promo I'm gonna do.
Okay, I mean that's an interesting choice, but I respect your decision, Ian Love. So again, if we can have another round of applause for Ian Welkins, and then if you could, I'm going to call you Tracy then, Terry Love, if you could play us out with a theme tune, and I'll see you all again next week. Thank you very much. Bong. Bong.
I'm still getting used to it. Bong. Hello, you join me here, Malcolm. Malcolm's Bric-a-Brac. The time is 20:59. It's great to have you here. Hello, Stuart. Have I got you here with me this evening?
Yeah, I'm definitely here, Malcolm. But Sandy said to just keep in the background, because I'm trying to get my sort of radio medal, so then I can have a real show, and I don't want to mess it up this week.
Well, you did really well last week, Stewie love. Yeah, I appreciate that. Do you want to do the theme tune, or shall I chip in on that one?
I guess I could sort of do some sort of synth. I could do some synth, couldn't I?
If you do the synth, and then I'll do I'll do the.
Okay, I'll sort of do a soft synth, sort of like a.
Is that you doing it? Is that you doing it now?
I thought I'd go straight into the synth. You can just.
Can you count it in? Sorry, everybody. It's not professionally. The time is 21:00. Welcome to Malcolm's Bric-a-Brac.
Oh yeah.
Go on then. You do the.
Okay, sort of a 1 and a 2 and a 1, 2, 3 sort of.
It's Malcolm. You join me for the Malcolm's Bric-a-Brac. Excuse me, sir. Are you here for the Bric-a-Brac? Sorry, Malcolm. I'm not here for the Bric-a-Brac. Oh, that's okay. Were you here for Margaret's stall? She's over there. Welcome. My name's Malcolm. I'm dropping. Bric-a-Brac beats and a Bric-a-Brac treats. Everybody in the street's gonna see you. 1, 2, 3. Can I get out your things and say, hey, you, is that worth a pound? Is that 50p? No, thank you. That's not for me. It's Malcolm. Malcolm's Bric-a-Brac.
So that was a really good theme. That was Malcolm.
There's actually bars for days. I appreciate that, guys, in the chat. Around 50p and not for me. So off the top of the dome.
Sort of.
Thank you very much, guys. Right, okay, so 21:01. A couple of the top things that we want to talk about on the show this evening. Is it time to ban Christmas crackers? One of the questions we'll be posing. They've had their time. Have they had their time?
Yeah,
what about?
They're really dangerous, aren't they?
No, I'm going to fire through these, though, Stewie. But, now we've set the parameters. If you want to chip in, that's fine. Is the sea too polluted? It's a bit more polluted than it was last year, I guess. Is it too polluted? What do you think, Stewie?
Yeah, because I tried sort of drinking a glass of it last year, and it was a lot fresher.
Salty.
It was very salty, but this year it was very salty, and it had a condom in it, and it wasn't mine.
What kind of herbs should we be growing?
Sort of fennel, maybe.
Thyme. Always need more of that in the kitchen, don't
you? Yeah.
Sorry, that's what Mum always says.
It's a mum joke. Oh.
It is a mum. She always does say that to me, and I say that's not funny, Mum. And that's one of the things that I've been talking to Gwyn actually at the Cool Boy Choir Club. Actually, he's going to help me with a little herb garden project I've been thinking about.
I was sort of thinking of growing, some sort of other types of herbs,
Like a hardy one, like rosemary. That's quite good
something. Yeah, it's good. It's sort of a bit all year round, isn't it?
Yeah, and to be honest, you can't go wrong with it. You can't do bad to it. You can't do wrong for doing right.
No, it doesn't really work as well if you try and smoke it, does it?
No, I say no. I don't know really.
No, it doesn't.
I've had a few wisps of it from the oven. Up to a few lungfuls from the oven.
Yeah, just do a bucket.
Well, I mean, I don't keep a bucket near the oven, but anyway, so that's some of the top things that we're talking about this evening. We've also got an interview with our very own roving celebrity star, and we've got the guy from Harry Potter. He's going to be in this evening. What's he called? Daniel Radcliffe? Did you say? No, thank you. We're having him. Yes, please. We're going to have an interview with Daniel Radcliffe coming up. That'll be nice. We're going to go live over to Barack Obama. He's got a poem to read out for us. And then we're going to top it.
Malcolm, I'm sorry. I don't want to sort of interject or anything. I sort of, I know my boundaries and that, but Mum says you shouldn't. It's right. Not. Remember last week you upset a few people by having Federer on because you sort of pulled him out of the season, didn't you, and had him on your show, and everyone got upset because of that. I was thinking maybe if you've got the Harry Potter guy on, maybe people might be mad that you're sort of holding him away from doing a new film.
Yeah, that's true actually. All right. Well, we'll think about that moving on. One of the main things that I want to do this evening is an investigative report. So, what I would say, Stuart, is sit yourself down and strap yourself in.
Amen.
Because you will be. As part of this investigative report, I'm going to go. I say gonna go. I have gone and will go undercover as my sister, Harriet Henrietta. As part of an expose on the sort of the side economy based around feminine hygiene products. So I've spent a bit of time and will spend more time live for you guys, working as Harriet Henrietta and bringing down this patriarchal system around feminine hygiene products.
Malcolm, have you become her already? And because I don't want to be the voice of reason, but I seem to remember you taking your character roles very seriously and sort of getting a bit too deep into them sometimes. So, just who am I talking to right now? Is it Malcolm or is it Harriet?
It's me. I'm sorry, the transition part is taking over.
Oh dear.
It's me, it's Harriet Henrietta here.
Okay.
Hi Stewie, it's great to have my brother here, maybe your younger sister and all.
Hi Harriet, I haven't seen you for a while because, the sort of court order and stuff. I'm trying to sort of work with the solicitors so I can be back with the family again, but if this is the closest I can get to sort of reuniting with you, then I think that's a good thing.
Sorry, Stuart, I've got to go, and I'm going straight over to. I find myself in the local newsagents. The year is now, and the time is actually also now. And I go straight over with a crisp £5 note in my hand, and I've noticed how much the feminine hygiene products are, the deodorants, the underarms, the underarms, the pads, the wings. It's all very expensive. I haven't got change much from a £5. I'm going to have a word with the shopkeeper. Excuse me, shopkeep. I think these are overpriced and I won't be paying them, and I'm leaving. Goodbye. I find myself out in the street. The traffic's very noisy by this time, isn't it? I feel the throbbing beat of music wanting to course through my feet. I'd like to dance my way over to. I'd love to do some of that.
Harriet, I don't know if you can hear me. It's Stewie here. I just think Mum says you shouldn't be out at this time, so you need to sort of go home because it is after 9 and you're only 15, so you're supposed to go home and go to your bedroom. Even though it is sort of Malcolm, I mean, I don't mean to dead name you or anything, but you've got to come home.
I'm feeling very tired, Stewie. I think it might be because it's that season of the month. That's how I'm feeling. I need a Horlicks and a sit down. I'm going to go home to my bed if that's okay. Will Mum have made my bed still? Is it still waiting for me? I'm going home, Stewie. Will you take care of the things?
Yes. Okay, so, Harriet, I'm not sure if we're allowed to do this bit, but Harriet's in her bedroom now and she's sort of getting changed. Malcolm, Harriet, well, I'm gonna give Sandy a ring, but you continue. I think maybe this is not appropriate, but. Is it Sandy?
Oh, hello there, Stewie. Love, are you just ringing to congratulate me on the great show that I did?
Yeah, I mean...
I'm only joking, love. I know you're not. I know you're not. What's up, lovey? I've always got time for you. You've got it. You know how to keep me sweet, don't you, love?
Here's the thing, Sandy. Malcolm's transitioned again into Henrietta, and he's sort of talking about hygiene products and things. I was thinking
live on the radio?
Yeah.
Oh, God. Goodness me.
I'm just asking permission to kick him off and take over the show. Is that all right?
Absolutely, Stewie, love. Absolutely. You, please, after what you did last week, some of that brilliant work, and again, I cannot wait for you to be on At Home with the Quins. It's going to be lovely when that comes out. I'd love to hear a little snap of that.
That's all I wanted. I just wanted to put sort of permission.
No, you go for it, love. You go for it, love. Sorry, I'm in post makeup anyway, so I'll speak to you later. Okay, you take care of it. Bye. Have a lovely show. Looking forward to listening back.
Oh, wicked. Yeah. Okay, guys. Okay, yeah. It's Stewie's show. We've retaken control. Good to take control sometimes. Wow, yeah. I didn't realise today I would have the opportunity to have my sort of show back, as it were, because of course it's been a very difficult journey for me to sort of I was going to say transition, but that's not the word for it really. Just sort of come back to a sort of nicer place and a sort of more fun place of happiness and games and all that from the hard. But anyway, yeah. So I've been playing a lot of Grand Theft Auto recently. It sort of reopened my imagination, and my appetite for games is sort of been reignited. But I don't have my PlayStation here because I'm not allowed to play games in the studio. But I think we can make it work. I think we could play a bit of Grand Theft Auto live on the radio, because there's no rules against that, and Sandy says there should be more game shows. So I think I'm just gonna open the phone lines up and see who's there. See if anyone wants to play a Grand Theft Auto. Anyway, if you've just joined me, this is Stewie's Bric-a-Brac. It's sort of a bit impromptu because Malcolm's gone AWOL, as it were. So I'm just gonna open the phone lines up, see who's there. Hello.
You alright, mate? How's it going? How's it going, Stewie, mate?
Doing pretty well, thank you. Just sort of, I've really been wanting to sort of live stream Grand Theft Auto on the radio, but of course I don't have my PlayStation, so maybe...
Mate. What are we doing? Vice City, or are we going, like 5? What are we doing? Well, I always like Vice City because you could, like, wear a suit, couldn't you?
You could...
smart.
Okay, let me just press start and we'll find out. Grand Theft Auto. Here we go.
All right, yeah, nice one. Right, cool. What am I doing, Stewie? Am I Grand Theft Auto, or are you Grand Theft Auto?
Yeah, you can be Grand Theft Auto, because I'll just be like, I've got the controller in my hand.
All right, tell me where to go then, mate. Tell me what to do.
Okay, so right, are you in your house in reality right now?
Yeah, mate, just near the front door. Got my sneakers on, ready, like, what we doing?
Oh, okay, awesome, yeah. Can you, do you have any sort of knives or weaponry in the house?
No, I've got some keys and I've got an hammer back door. Should I set keys and hammer or just hammer?
Both. Okay, so go out the front door into the street. Where are you?
Right, yeah, my house and front doors into the street, so I can just see down to left of me is High Street, to right of me is down to Park. There's a few cars going by, there's a couple of people passing by and whatnot.
What cars are parked?
There's a yellow one that looks a bit shit, there's a red one that's got nice sporty wheels, and there's a black one that's got blacked out windows and blacked out wheels. Okay,
go for the red one with the sporty wheels, and just try the door, because sometimes they're open anyway, aren't they?
It's not opening, mate. What do I do?
Okay, you've got the hammer. Just sort of smash the window and open the door.
Out of it. Yeah, right. We're in. Right. I'm in. What am I doing? It's started already. It's already started. It's fine. I've just started it by getting in it.
Okay.
Where am I driving to?
Just start driving. It doesn't. What we're looking for now is just to sort of Is there any pedestrians about? If you could just sort of mow
Yeah,
them
there's
down?
loads of pedestrians about, mate. We're right near zebra crossing, up near High Street. What we're doing, what we're thinking.
Try and hit as many of them as possible.
Oh, yeah! Handbrake turned into 4 of them.
That's really good.
Yes,
yeah,
mate.
Awesome.
Should I stay and have a look, or should I keep going?
Well, just keep your eye out for a better car. That's usually what I do.
Yeah. I'm fucking sick of this car already. It's dented. I'm going to get into another one. There's a grey one that's got like grill bits on back, and it's got massive sporty wheels. Can I get in that one?
If there's someone in it, just pull them out.
I've already ragged them out, mate. I'm in it. We're going.
Right, if you can go into the centre of town, I think.
Hang on, I'm just going to drive properly for a bit. Just to try it out.
Just so you can shake off the cops. Have you got any
No,
policemen?
Sometimes it's just nice to just follow traffic properly, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Fuck that. There is actually a copper coming, so I can see his umbrella of where he's going to get me. So I'm going to pull through into park. I'm just going to stop up down by here, if that's all right.
Yeah.
What we're doing.
Okay, so are there any weapons in the sort of in the glove compartment or anything?
Yeah, mate. There's actually a sawn-off shotgun and a little pistol.
Oh, great. Okay, so start sort of like running towards people with the sort of intent of shooting them, and see if you can. Don't shoot like too early because they'll scatter. You try.
I'm already on it, mate. I'm already on it. Fucking scattering them everywhere. Oh, yeah. He just went flying. Wow, they're dropping money and everything. That was actually a bloody mess all over.
I wish I could see it.
I'm going to use hammer for a bit, just on claw hammer side. It's a load of just breast hair and skull. What's going on?
Okay, that's great.
Jesus Christ, it's on
wicked.
me. It's all over me. This feels like a real weird fucking. What? Are we doing this? Is this Grand Theft Auto?
Yeah.
Is this really happening?
It's really happening, man. Awesome. Yeah. Can we sort of at this point, it's usually good to get some explosives. So if the cops turn up, you can sort of blow up all the cop cars together, can't you?
Well, I'm popping a few firings off at the gas tank of one of them. That's already gone up, and that's next to a load of other few cars that are going to go up as well. I've got some grenades ready.
The thing is,
are we ready for this?
Have you got a grenade?
Fuck! There's helicopters. There's a copper helicopter coming. There's a copper helicopter coming.
Already. Oh no, that's bad.
It's firing down at me.
No, just keep running. They're useless. Just keep running.
No, it's got me at leg. I'm bleeding out.
Oh God! Oh no!
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a live bulletin. This just in. There have been reports of a lone gunman in the city and a murderous rampage. Early reports suggest 43 people have been killed, including 3 police officers. The radio station WallerFM is being linked to this emergency bulletin. I'm going to hand over now to Graham and Terry. Graham and Terry, are you there?
Yes, hi. It's unprecedented that we're here at this time, but it's great to have your hand over. Thank you very much. Terry, have I got you with me too?
Graham, you're here. I can hear you as well. I mean, I've just heard about this. It's awful. I was listening to it live on air. I thought it was just fantasy, but it turns out it was actually really happening. What can you tell us about this, Graham?
Well, one of the things I can tell you, Terry, is the whole fat shaming thing. I mean, that's gone for me, hasn't it?
That's really good time.
I needed something like this to absolutely, sort of clear my name. But what I'm hearing so far, there's been some traffic accidents. I say accidents. I'd like to think they are. Many people have been sort of milled over. There's a big loss of life tonight, actually, in our local area. That's at least 14 of our listeners, which is going to bring the numbers down for next week's show, which is a worry. I don't know if we can.
Graham, it might be the case that some people who'd forgotten about us, they'd really enjoyed us in the past and they'd forgotten about us. Maybe this will sort of like tip them off that we're still broadcasting. I don't know. I'm just thinking. Maybe it's not the right thing to think right now, but we might benefit from this.
Yeah. How can we publicise ourselves a little bit more off the back of this? I like what you're thinking.
Yeah,
can we get a big poster out there on a van near where the ambulances are?
All I've got to say, Graham, it must be a really big relief to have the fat shaming thing.
It's gone. It's disappeared.
Yeah, it's gone.
It's brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant because I was sweating about it. I'd written a thing. I was gonna expose what had happened. I was really gonna own up. I was gonna apologise, and I was gonna own my shame. But I feel I don't need to now.
Well, let's just let's go over to the chat and see if the chat thinks that Graham's off the hook. It's been long enough, hasn't it? It's been a few hours. It's been long enough. Just let a man get back to work. I'd say. You can't let him do a job that he's supposed to be doing. He's just.
I've done my time.
Okay, serial streams. Don't cancel Graham. We've got a trending.
Nice one, flightless bird boy. Flantless, that's not your name. Flightless bird boy, that's brilliant. Don't cancel Graham. I love the ampersand in there as well. That's really going to trend. I'd like to see that covered across, blanket cover across the chat, please. Just copy and paste what flightless birds got in there. You're on thin ice, Graham. That's not true. Give Graham his life back. Thank you, Greg.
Exactly. Yeah. If we can. It's all about the open brackets, but not closing the brackets. That's what really gets it trending. Is when you maybe you open 2 brackets in a row, but you haven't closed any of them. That's how you get things trending.
I love it. It's covering the chat already. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Keybleb. Thank you, Kiggy Diggity Dog. Thank you to T-Dubs. Come on, Matt.
The trick is,
Perry,
Graham,
that's nice. Go on, sorry, I'm getting lost in it. This is brilliant.
It's to only listen to the support and block out the negative.
Block out the noise. Yeah, block out the negos. Negative people, we've got no time for you. That's brilliant. Right, okay, guys, thank you. Death Mau Mau's not forgiving me, I don't mind, that's fine. This is great. This is
we
great.
Get an echo chamber going, maybe.
Can we have a round of applause?
Sorry, I wanted an echo chamber. A round of applause for Graham for getting off the hook. It is a tragic unfolding story about the shooting and the crime spree.
Awful, isn't it?
So it happens though, doesn't it? If you just it's your fault if you're outside. Stay in.
Yeah,
that's what we're saying. It's your fault.
Is it worth hearing it described over the radio or doing it on a video game?
Here's the thing, Graham, right?
Morally.
This sort of thing happens every day in Africa, and no one gives a shit about that. Why do you only care about people near you? What's the difference? Just because? And the reason is because you were thinking, it could have been me. Yeah, selfish. It's always selfish. So
selfish. Sorry, I was looking at my WhatsApp messages there. I've just been speaking to Rob over at the print company. They can get something on the ambulances that are at the scene. They can get Graham's hot porridge on one side. They can get the lunch bunch on the other. It's only going to cost us 40 quid, 20 quid a poster. Do you want me to?
Not bad actually. It's good that you can do that now. Can we get any on the side of police sort of vans or anything, or is it just ambulances?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think actually for some of the the body bags, I think we can get my face and body and your face and body. We can get that on there.
I just had a thought, Graham. Just had a thought. Obviously they're going to be searching for more bodies, and it's getting dark now. So maybe Graham's adventure question game torches, so they can find the Just saying, we could give them some branded merch. I mean, I'm sure police have got their own torches, but search parties, maybe like a rain mac with Terry on the back of it or something.
Terry on the back, that's nice. Yeah. If we with the torches, if we can get it to sort of project, WallerFM, Graham and Terry, something like that.
And
it's nice to think creatively, and we're all under pressure at this point. So sorry, guys. You are tuning into a couple of guys just. We're crisis thinking here. That's what we do, problem solvers. So
some say it could all be a hoax just to forward Graham's agenda, but that's only a few people. It's only a few dark corners of the internet when people are saying that. It's
I mean, I've not seen anything yet, but again, as I would say to you, what's worth 2 people describing it or playing it on a video game?
Exactly.
And actually doing it.
If you've killed a prostitute...
What's worth? Words? Yeah, exactly. Go on, you say it.
I'm going to say, if you've killed a prostitute on Grand Theft Auto, you've effectively killed one in real life. They're still real,
more... That's true, actually, and more so than if you just said it out loud and you said, I killed a prostitute on Grand Theft Auto. Which is worth more, those words or the actions on your TV screen?
That's why, if you're going to do that, make sure you repeat it in real life, just to show that you are, you're not a sort of a coward. Just to show that you're dedicated to all your actions in games. If you're going to kill a prostitute on Grand Theft Auto, go and kill one in real life.
Yeah, I mean that's strong words, actually, Terry. I don't want to.
I didn't say it.
I don't know if I can. I don't know even if the G-man, head of all of this
fat shaming
chaos. All right, don't bring that up again. I'm trying to avoid saying it. Just letting that slip. Head of chaos. Even I can't sign up to that one.
Graham, it's pronounced chows.
Actually, that's true. Actually, because that A and the ow make an ow, don't they? Ow. All right. Well, before this gets too much into the nitty gritty, the minute detail of what's happened on the streets this evening, I don't know if we should take a few fun facts. Do you want?
Absolutely. We're bringing back Graham. Obviously, we're relaunching Graham from his earlier shame. He's had a few, half an hour out, and it's been a long time to be out of the public's eye, hasn't it? And you've got to bring back Graham, rebrand him, and let's just have some Graham facts.
Absolutely. So, a few facts that I want to fire at you guys. I might intersperse. Me and Terry might share a few, but one of them is that I can identify any BMW just from the exhaust. I'll be able to tell you the make, and I'll be able to tell you the year. So, that's a good one. That's nice. I like that you've done there.
I just thought I'd throw in a Graham fact little sound there. I thought you'd enjoy that.
It's nice. I actually own 50 million Nectar card points. Refuse to use them, so you gotta keep that one. Yeah, that's a
good one. Here's a fact for you. Graham once laid an egg.
I did actually. I did it with you. Yeah, I thought it was a kidney stone, and I took it to the doctor and I said, "Oh, what is this? I've been drinking water by the gallon, doctor. Docky Doc, take a look at this." He did. He popped it in his little incubator because they have them in the doctor's rooms these days. Little crunchy egg. Out popped a little baby Graham duck.
Yeah, and he's got his own radio show now over in Germany, hasn't he?
Well, he has actually, and it's quite popular. Often when it gets to a World Cup, the little baby Graham duck will, he'll predict who's going to go out in the first round and who's going to get to the quarters. So
we're only yoking.
No, we're not actually. It's true.
We're not. It's true. It really is true. Look it up.
Yeah, it's true.
Another great fact?
Something just. I'm just ready to fire one out. Just sort of to ground me, to bring me back to everybody else's level. I used to wet the bed until very recently. Have a lot of night terrors. Drink a lot before bed. Water, not on the ales.
And he's got a big rubber nappy now, so he's still effectively wetting the bed, but it sort of catches it.
It's true. I've moved away from the rubber nappy because all the crinkling was waking me up, and it's just like a little nappy pad that goes underneath the. It goes under the mattress protector. And that's on top of the bottom sheet, and then under the actual thing, I then put a plastic sheet as well. So that mattress, when it comes to selling that one, I won't have to tell any lies. So.
Tell any lies.
Nope, that's it.
So, there are a few nice few Graham facts, and we're going to end this now. But as usual, we've got a very special ending, haven't we, Graham? Should we bring him in for a little preamble before the shout-outs? We've got DJ Carl Curtains come in, and we're going to have him do a few shout-outs. Should we bring him in first?
Yeah, he's a nice guy, but he's mainly known for his shout-outs, isn't he? So,
okay, Carl. No need. He's got a worried look on his face. It's all right, Carl. Don't worry about it. We won't get you to say anything apart from your shout-outs. Are you ready? Just give us a thumbs up. You're ready. Okay. So, Graham, I'd just like to say that goodbye from Terry. It's been a wonderful day. And
it's honestly, it started out quite badly for me, but it's really picked up at the end. Sometimes out of tragedy can come a beautiful flower of joy. So I'll be wearing that tomorrow.
Yeah, it's all ended really, really well, hasn't it? And you're sort of off the hook. And that's all you can ask for, really.
And that's it. And we just leave it over to DJ Carl Curtin to see us out. Beats time, and a beats. Shout out to the Sands End Car Park crew, putting in the money, putting in the time, making sure the tickets are all in time paid. We got some big beats coming over from Belgium this evening. They're starting out in Belgium, down in the beat, down, low dirty clubs. They're coming out from the clubs, they're coming up through the stairs, they're coming up through the doors, they're coming up through the basements, they're coming up through the people are saying, I5 in the beats, they're I5 in the beats. Big shout out to the Lay Shift Sainsbury's local boys crew in the northeast. You're keeping the local Sainsbury's crew
peeped up, pepped up, peeped up. Have yourself a can of Monster on me. GC boys down the log cabins. Big shout out to the log cabin boys, keeping those log cabins rounded, righted, warmed and ready. Those beats, we're picking them back up. They're coming through the beats of Belgium. They're into the cars. They're driving through the streets of Belgium. They're getting off, they're hopping off, they're getting on a boat, they're getting on a bike, they're getting on a plane. All the way through to the clubs. The beats. Big beats all the way from Belgium. Big shout out to James Briley. Cutting your nails, cutting your hair, cutting your teeth. Yes, mate, you are making it in the crew. Big shout on the Limbicum Papelwick C of E aided school. Limbicum Papelwick. Big shout out. Big time crew. Big shout out to these beats. They're coming, they're traveling, they're growing. Out in the fields, in the Finland fields, the farmer is planting these beats. He's saying to the beats, you've got all you need to grow in your little suitcase of growing. He's watering them beats, he's facilitating them beats, he's fertilizing them beats. And them beats, they're steadily growing for the winter. The winter beats for the summer, or the summer beats. They've gone back to spring. I got, hang on, don't forget spring. Moving all the way to autumn, back into the winter. And then beats, they're coming through Belarus. Is it summertime in Belarus? Let me hear y'all. All the way, flowing on the rivers all the way through Romania. Tapping the way into Greece. Have you got your passports? Yes, please. We're there for the beats crew. And the they're all the way in Greece. Traveling by plane, train and automobile. These beats are coming through to Libya. Big shout out to James Wood Auto, the finishing crew. All the way time, refinishing, refining and tidying up those tables and seats and wooden cars. The Ravens car teas room, your big time crowd out for the teas. I love the cream teas, I love the tarties, I love the torties. Yes, boys, welcome to the Whitby crew. A big shout out to the Whitby crew. Then beats, they're still traveling all the way through. They're picking up people, picking up pace, picking up time as we go through Libya. All the way to Tanzania. Can I say that again, Tanzania? Can I say that again, Tanzania? Yes, boys, we got there. All the way through. Popping it. Popping it. Pooping it. We're in Rotherham, we're in Doncaster, we're in Sheffield, we're in all the surrounding areas. Big shout out to the big boy crew. Shout out to the shed, shout out to the benches, shout out to the jelly custard sneakers, ninjas, gloves and snippers. Big shout out to the Whitby Holiday Park crew. Again, I like your times there, 50% off on the big shout outs. Boo, boo, boo.